Hi there, this is Ranjit and I just want to wish all of you first a very happy new year. And in this video, we're going to do the camera review for this Nexus 5. The Nexus 5 has an 8 megapixel rear facing camera with optical image stabilization, and it can also shoot video up to 1080p HD. I've also taken a lot of sample pictures and videos with this Nexus 5, and I'll show you that a bit later. Regarding the front facing camera, it's a 1.3 megapixel and I tried it with Skype video calls and the quality was very good. Before I show you the sample shots and video, let me show you the interface. You just hit this and the camera interface fires up. One thing I just want to know is that this Nexus 5 has been updated to 4.2.2 and that has improved the camera performance a lot. Earlier the camera performance was a little bit sluggish. For example, let me show you if I just bring some objects here, for example this Moto G box, and we can just move around, just tap in to focus to an area, and you can also actually just move this around to get to the menus. It's a little bit difficult, but I'll show you an easier way. For example, let's first take a shot and you just tap into an area and it focuses quickly, and you just hit this and it takes the shot. And as you can see, now it's able to take the shots pretty quickly. Prior to this 4.2.2 update, it was a bit slow. Regarding the menu, you can just swipe up like this and get to the menus, but this is a little bit difficult, I would say. Again, as you can see in the picture size, we can go all the way up to 8 megapixel and go all the way down up to QVGA if you require. Easier way to go to the settings, I would say, is just hit this button and here you get to the settings. We also do have a HDR mode. You can adjust the exposure. These are for more settings. This is for flash, for example, auto, off or on. One thing I did notice about the flash is that the flash is not aggressive, and many times actually it did not fire the flash and I had to force the flash. Let me just go back to the settings, and this is the front facing camera. If we go here, we can adjust some more settings like geolocation, and this is the timer. And if you go here, you can set the picture size as I mentioned earlier. Let's go back, and you can also adjust the white balance, etc. And you can also set the scene mode. For all my testing, I kept the scene mode to auto and I kept all the settings at auto. And I've actually taken a lot of snaps, and again you just tap in and it takes the snaps. And let me show you all these snaps in full screen mode so that you can get a better idea regarding the camera performance of this Nexus 5. These were shot with the rear facing camera of the Nexus 5, outdoors in natural lighting, and as you can see, outdoors in natural lighting, the Nexus 5 can take some very good shot. This is normal shot, and this was with HDR enabled. Again, these is normal shots, and this one is also normal, and here I enabled the HDR. So as you can see, outdoors it does a decent job, but sometimes I did notice that it does tend to overexpose at times. I'm recording this video with the Nexus 5 at the highest setting possible, that's 1080p, and the audio is also being recorded by the internal microphone of this Nexus 5. This is my roof garden, and we are moving into a shadowed area now. And let me move to area which has a little bit of sun. This is a sunny area, and this is a shadowed area. The Nexus 5 is also supposed to have optical image stabilization, and I'm actually just walking normally. And let me just pan around slowly like this. And let me just walk back now. It's a bit windy today, so it might catch a little bit of wind noise. So this should give you an idea about the video recording capabilities with Nexus 5 outdoors in natural lighting. Now these pictures were shot in semi-indoor conditions with the Nexus 5, and here also I felt that the Nexus 5 did a pretty decent job. This picture was shot in the normal mode and this one in HDR mode. These were shot in low lighting conditions indoor, and there is a little bit of noise. Now these pictures were shot in completely artificial light in my office. This is without flash, and here I forced the flash, and here I focused on the microphone grill. And for the most part, I would say indoor shots also came pretty nice. Yes, there was a little bit of noise, but overall the quality was decent. And now I'm recording this video indoors in completely artificial light in my office, and we don't get anything like tap to focus. If you just tap, actually it takes a picture. So let me just move nearby to the objects, and as you can see, it's able to do autofocusing pretty quickly. So this should give you an idea how this Nexus 5 records video in completely artificial light. So what do I feel about the camera performance? As you have seen from the sampled shots, actually the Nexus 5 after this 4.2.2 update impressed me with the camera capabilities. And the good thing was that the colors were not exaggerated. They were close to natural, I would say, pretty well in daylight conditions, and also yes, I did sometimes notice that the exposure was a little bit overexposed in some of the shots. Again, HDR is also great, and some of the shots that I liked were HDR, but the issue with the HDR is that if it's okay for taking pictures at static subjects, but if the subject moves like human beings, etc., HDR will simply be not possible. Now coming to shots taken in low lighting, here also the Nexus 5 actually excelled. I also have the Samsung Galaxy S4, and I would say in low lighting conditions where the flash did not fire, the shots that I got with the Nexus 5 were better than the Samsung Galaxy S4. Again, that brings me to the point that, as I mentioned earlier, the flash on this Nexus 5 is not that aggressive, and in some of the shots where I thought the flash should have fired, it did not fire. So sometimes I had to manually enable the flash. So overall, I would say the camera performance of this Nexus 5 is actually pretty good. But if you think that the camera on this Nexus 5 is best among Android phones, that's simply not the case. But overall, I would say with the features like image stabilization, and also, as you have seen, the video quality and also the low lighting capabilities were pretty good. So overall, I would say the camera performance on this Nexus 5 was very good considering the price to performance ratio of the Nexus 5. I'll also be doing a full in-depth review on this Nexus 5 pretty soon. So if you aren't subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe to the same. Thank you for watching this video. This is Ranjit, and I hope to see you in my next video.